So, hey guys, Chauzu here. So I don't know about you guys, but I personally almost gave up hope on getting a new Grand Voyage, but here it is. Well, we got this confirmed a few days ago, but it has been busy with, well, finishing up Hurricane Adventures and doing grand parties. So I've saved this, but this is the week it happens. We're finally getting a new Grand Voyage after like 4 months. And I hope this is the last big hiatus for a while, and that we get one every 2 months from now on until next anniversary at least. But yeah, Grand Voyage, we're moving to Loguetown, we're done with Along Park. And as it says here, the opponent here is Smoker. Like, it looks like it's a Smoker hitting Luffy, so you might think it's versus Luffy, but it says here it's Smoker. So versus Smoker, and since the opponent is Luffy, the safe assumption is that we're going to be using Luffy units, which is not unprecedented for Grand Voyage. And it says that by completing this, we can get Psy materials, which is a huge indication that this is going to be a Psy Grand Voyage. So most likely level 5 will require Luffy, a full team of Psy units, and probably a class. Every Grand Voyage has been like this, except for Grand Voyage against Luffy at Along Park. But that one was built for Along crew, who requires one of every color, so kind of makes sense. I think we're going back to normal now, but I definitely hope we get more crazy ones like that Along one. But yeah, we're getting Loguetown against Smoker, and yeah, I'm really excited, can't wait to get a new Grand Voyage. And the question everybody wonders now is like, how hard is this going to be? And we don't really know yet. The fact that we have to use Luffy indicates that probably won't be the hardest, because like, if they build for an old Luffy legend, we can probably use a newer one to better results. So we'll see if this is one where we can build a lot of teams, or if it's one of those super tailored ones where we can only build one team and need a lot of investments. We have to wait and see. Anyway, I thought we'd talk a bit about what we can expect. And first, let's look at the Luffy units we have available. So Psy and Luffy. So there is a lot of options here, but in the past, the legend built for Grand Voyages has been one who has received level limit break. And with that in mind, we have at least 2 likely candidates, but we shouldn't count out any of the other ones. In my opinion, they can always change how they do things. First, we have this old 6+ Psy Gear 5 Luffy. It would be fun if they built for him, because he's never had any real use ever. Now he has a bit of a niche by doing one of the biggest damage hits in One Piece Treasure Cruise, but yeah, the niche for this unit then will probably be the fact that he has a lot of damage reduction and can reduce paralysis with level limit break captain, and then can get a lot of matching orbs with his special, and also get an attack boost. Maybe they even do something funny with him debuffing himself after 3 turns. Who knows? But yeah, that's one option, and I think that would be the most funniest. And I'd be shocked if they build for this Luffy and we can't use any of the more recent broken Luffy units. So will be a win-win in most scenarios. But there's a big chance it might be Stampede Luffy, since we have movie month, will make sense. And of course, Stampede Luffy also has level limit break, and he's a much better unit than the other Luffy mentioned. But he also resists paralysis in captain, but the spear as well. And is just in general a lot of a better unit. Very selfish, so if they build it for him, that can also help replacement, because like, it's easy to cover the damage that these selfish units can be by spreading it on a lot of units. One thing to note with, if they go for this Luffy, is that there is a chance that they do Psy Powerhouse, and that will be a nightmare, because it means we have to do Sai Powerhouse Luffy most likely, and yeah, if we search by Powerhouse and Luffy, we have two options basically. We have Stampede Luffy and we have this very old free-to-play unit that is, I won't say useless because it's a Luffy unit, but I haven't used him a lot at least. You can remove bind, special bind and change block orbs. That's it basically. So yeah, let's hope they don't do Powerhouse. I really hope they do Fighter, because Fighter basically covers every single Luffy, so that's the dream. Please do Sai Fighter Luffy, like that would be a lot of fun. We could try out a lot of Luffy units. Free Spirit covers almost everything, but not Stampede Luffy of course, and a few other ones. One wild card I have to say is the free-to-play Luffy, who is basically as good as a legend in his captain ability and also has level limit break, so not impossible, we'll see. Funnily also resists paralysis in cap, so every potential candidate does have paralysis resist in the captain. Anyway, let's look at some options we could potentially use, like if they do Free Spirit. Like obviously any of the Gear 5 captains will be really strong to use them. We also have a lot of very new strong Super Sugos. Well, not Momo, but Momo is very strong anyway and is a great partner to 6-star Gear 5. But we have Yamato, Nami, Kid Law, like lots of strong legends like Free Spirit would probably have a lot of potential in team building, so I wouldn't mind. But as said, Fighter probably more likely and has more varied sub options, I guess you can say. Not as strong as Free Spirit, but still interesting ones like V3 Rayleigh. Super interesting, letting you avoid defensive effects. 6-star Gear 5 could also do that, but a little bit of options. Maybe we can use the Sanji Judge, who got a 6+ and does boost fighters, so another point for fighters, I'd say. And also Jinbei, Katakuri, just solid fighter legends. Powers as well, and well, as said, we can't count out Powerhouse, and as you see, most Powerhouse are also fighter, kind of like Sanji here. Sanji would also actually be cool since he does have level limit break, and he does have a lot of goodies with his special, like removing chain buffs and such. He's also called Korean G. You can guess why if you look at his art. Anyway, some other cool powerhouses like Cat and Dog. We know how good they are for the other side. Grand Voyage will also be good for this. Versus Whitebeard, very modern, very strong too. Will be fun if they made use of Germa as well, but as said, I hope they don't do Powerhouse. If they really want to troll, we have 3 more potential Luffy classes, like Luffy Bua is Shooter. Imagine Grand Voyage Sai Shooter, where you have to use Luffy Boa on the team. No thanks. But of course we do have this Luffy again, who is also Striker, the only Sai Striker Luffy. Yep, just make a Grand Voyage that requires him. Very much doubt it, but will be hilarious. And finally we do have this meme April Fool's unit, who is Slasher. So yeah, I hope this isn't the time when we get any more Slasher Grand Voyages, but jokes aside, I really hope they do Fighter. Would be really funny. I can see why people will prefer Free Spirit since it has a lot more stronger options, but Fighter needs love in general in this game. Finally, we have to keep in mind a bit about ships. I'll only mention 2 potential ones, like they might force Megalo. If I'm not mistaken, Megalo has a buff later. Let's see here. I think, yeah, it removes this healing effect, so they might just do that for 1 turn and it ruins your run unless you run Megalo and then you're forced to run Megalo. They could also do Liberal Hint, of course. And I think Liberal Hint, when buffed, also removes some slot bind. But yeah, it might just be that you need so much damage as well, so you want the Liberal Hint for that, as well as the bind reduction. But yeah, we'll see what ship they are forcing. If we check the shipyard for me, you will see that I do have over 20 cola, so I'm good. If I need to upgrade a ship for this Grand Voyage, I will do it. I have also been farming berry, can't see it there. Let's go to a ship I've upgraded there. See, as you see, I've been farming some berries as well, so I feel prepared. It might also be possible that we get a data mine ahead of this Grand Voyage, since the way data mine is done has changed a lot in the past 3-4 months since we had the last Grand Voyage. Before, we never got any data mine for Grand Voyage, but it might actually happen now. So even if we don't get all info, maybe we at least get the classes and stuff we need for level 5, and maybe even full level 1 info at least. And personally, I love that, since we could prep something at least. And if we got that, I probably just do level 1 teams at launch, since I can prepare that beforehand, then learn more about the content, and then when I get back from work, start doing some teams. But yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.